Microsoft shutting down LinkedIn in China. This news kind of blew me away. And it also looks like we got our US Lyft travel ban on November 8th going there. So, Microsoft shutting down LinkedIn in China. Microsoft is shutting down its social media network LinkedIn in China, saying that having to comply with the Chinese state has become increasingly challenging. It comes after the career networking site faced questions for blocking the profiles of some journalists. LinkedIn will launch a jobs only version of the site called InJobs later this year, but this will not include a social feed or the ability to share or post articles. LinkedIn senior vice president said, "We're facing a significantly more challenging operating environment and greater compliance requirements in China." And the firm said in a statement, while we are going to sunset the localized version of LinkedIn in China later this year, we will continue to have a strong presence in China to drive our new strategy and are excited to launch the new InJobs app later this year. The article goes in. I'll link the article below, but it goes in and talk about gross appeasement and China's internet roams further adrift. So what I will say though is, when it comes to LinkedIn, LinkedIn works really well for some people, and not so well for other people. And from the people that I know that do the most in social marketing, when it comes to LinkedIn, apparently their algorithm is like way behind as a whole. So it is one of the weaker ones, social media networks, because in my opinion, if is because of the way that they have not increased their algorithm to compete with the likes of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And somebody keeps telling me about Alignable. I've been getting, people like sending me, invites for Alignable for a while. I just have honestly ignored them, but it's so there is real competition, and if it is true, if LinkedIn's algorithm is that far behind, it may continue to lag for everywhere for years to come, and it wouldn't surprise me to see Microsoft, eventually maybe sell LinkedIn, because I doubt that they would just shut it down. It does kind of find I do find it kind of funny that they couldn't find a buyer just for their LinkedIn China to operate, to sell it to and operate it. It kind of tends to make me think that maybe it's not as profitable as they want it to be. I mean, in China they have WeChat, and that pretty much is like the dominating force for social media in China. So trying to compete with that on top of, if your algorithm isn't even is like, light years behind every other platform's algorithm setup, so that people are getting information that they want to actually see rather than just like whoever happened to like something the most, is it says a lot. It says a lot about where Microsoft is with LinkedIn, and again, kind of tends to lead me to think that maybe at some point they might go and sell it themselves. This seems like um, a pretty big like red flag, and it might not be tomorrow, but I wouldn't be surprised if in a year to 2 years, maybe 3 years, we see LinkedIn get sold off from Microsoft to somebody else.